On today's Primetime Local News, how the city is planning to make the new Lloydminster Place more accessible. And in Beyond the Classroom, a local principal receives the 2022 Saskatchewan Inclusion Award. Plus, we introduce you to the Lloydminster Bobcats' new captain.
Prime Time Local News, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
Turning to local news now, City Council announced a new updated plan for Lloydminster Place during the last meeting. The update shows plans for how they're going to make the building inclusive and accessible for everyone.
There are just numerous ideas being proposed to ensure that people that have mobility challenges can access all levels. They will have as good a seating and as good a viewing as anyone in the arena, as well as access to ice service.
For the city, budget is on the mind as further cost estimates are still coming in.
It's something at the top of mind of City Council because who's going to pay for it? Where's the money going to come from? We know that the community is excited about it. We'll be discussing fundraising and sponsorship opportunities at various fronts, but the real crux of the matter is $37 million worth of federal and provincial funding that we're working towards from Saskatchewan and the Government of Canada.
Further updates on the facility are expected to come in September for the project. LCSD, along with staff at St. Mary's Elementary School, have proudly nominated one of their own for the 2022 Inclusion Saskatchewan Inclusive Educator Award. Our Shelby Clark has a story in this week's Beyond the Classroom.
Shock and amazement is what principal of St. Mary's Elementary School, Mrs. Lorianne Benton, felt over this news. With 36 years in education, inclusive education has always been a passion of hers for the students.
Well, to me, it's just one word. It's a sense of belonging, right? For the kids to belong to a school, to a family, to a classroom, to have the friends, to just be part of a bigger picture, right? And then how to get there and how to do it, and just make sure that they're successful and they just call this home.
Mrs. Benton plans to move on to a new chapter now by retiring. She hopes after 3 decades of teaching, she helped kids not only succeed, but find a sense of belonging.
To see it to come to fruition in an event like this, where the first time since COVID we've had all the kids together, so that's heartwarming as it is, and to just know that after 36 years, all of these kids that I've touched have been successful, and I certainly hope they have felt like they belong, and this is just a testament to that.
Staff at St. Mary's believe Lorianne strives to creatively develop the social, emotional, and spiritual needs of the students, especially for ones that need it most. She was originally surprised with the news of receiving the award in Saskatoon, surrounded by loved ones.
With the families and the kids all together and being a part of a bigger picture, of the provincial picture, so it was really, really wonderful. Heartwarming, and it was just great to sit at the tables and visit with them and visit with the people that made this award possible too. So it was just great. It was a good weekend.
And that's it in this week's Beyond the Classroom.
At Lakeland College, our students are challenged to go beyond the classroom, so when industry knocks, they're ready to thrive. Learn more at lakelandcollege.ca.
And now here's a look at today's stock market prices.
Today's oil prices are brought to you by First General Services.
The Lloydminster Bobcats recently announced a new captain for the upcoming season, a player who's grown up right here in the border city himself. Our Adil Ahmed spoke with the newest captain of the franchise.
Well, I'm very pleased to be joined by the newest captain for the Lloydminster Bobcats, Ben Bygrove. Ben, thanks so much for coming on and congratulations on being named captain.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, of course, you are entering your fourth season now with the Bobcats. You served as the alternate captain last season. How does it feel to take that jump and be wearing that C on your chest moving forward?
Yeah, it's a huge honor that Nigel has the faith in me to be the leader of the team and take over. We've had some really good captains in my time that we've been there, and yeah, I'm just super excited to keep the tradition and the culture that we have building, keep it going, and keep building great things here.
Another thing that we were talking about just before this interview started was how you are a local boy. You're from this town. How does it feel to know that you're from the city and you have a chance to represent this team wearing that C on your chest?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like back when I was playing minor hockey in Lloyd, I'd go to the Bobcat games on Friday and Saturday nights, and then it became my goal that I wanted to play for the Bobcats. And yeah, it was pretty cool. And I got just selected to play for the team, and now 4 years later, I'm the captain. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I guess yeah, you couldn't have drew it up any better, really, playing in my hometown, and now the captain. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Last season was one of your best seasons with the organization. You led the team in points by defenseman. How would you describe your game to those out there who haven't seen you play as much?
Definitely a defensive first defenseman. Yeah, I'm a bigger defenseman, so I play a bigger game. Like to play physical, and I like to take care of my own end first. And yeah, this year I guess I contribute a little bit offensively, but yeah, mostly stay at home. Yeah, defensive first defenseman, physical defenseman, and then make a good first pass, and if I can, contribute on the offense as well.
Well, Bobcats general manager and head coach Naito Dubé mentioned that you are somebody who leads by example and he sees it every day. For you, where would you say your leadership skills come from?
Yeah, I guess it's something you learn over your years, and I guess something that you're probably comes more naturally to some people, and I guess it comes naturally to me. And then, like I said, we've had some really good captains. Like my first year, Chance Adrian, and then Gunnar Kinneberg, and then last year, Chad McLean. You learn from them guys, and just watching them every day and see what they do every day, and you pick up little things from them, and then yeah, it becomes pretty easy just to watch them and pick up qualities that they have and watch what they do on a day-to-day basis to pick up things like that to carry forward with yourself. And then yeah.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, you served as the alternate captain last season for the franchise. Now that that season has come and gone, when you look back and you reflect, what is something that you took away most from that season wearing the A?
Probably when I first came in, the culture changed from then to now, and just the little details in your day-to-day life or whatever, and just making sure that everyone is very detailed and doing things the right way every day. And that's how you build success, is by doing things the right way each and every day, not just some days, but you build success by doing things the right way each and every day. And that's something that I want to continue to build on here, and hopefully pass that on to the next captain to keep building, so that there's lots of success here in Lloydminster for years to come.
Training camp is going to be kicking off for you guys on August the 26th. Now that you're going to be heading into next season as the captain of the franchise, what is some expectations and goals that you have for the team going into next season?
Yeah, well, I think we've been building something here for a few years, and we took a step last year in making the playoffs. And I think we obviously, we want to build on that now. We've made the playoffs, and we got that core group that's been to the playoffs and seen what that's all about. And now we got to keep going on that. Now making the playoffs isn't good enough anymore. We've been there. Now we got to advance another round, and go on a run deep in the playoffs and see where that takes us.
Certainly. Well, that is all the time that we do have for this interview today. Ben, thanks so much for coming on and chatting with me. Congratulations again, and best of luck on next season.
Thank you so much.
Sticking with hockey, the Stanley Cup Final gets underway tonight in Denver, where the Colorado Avalanche face defending champion Tampa Bay Lightning.
Every kid who grows up playing hockey, especially in Canada, it's always a dream.
It's like no other game. It's you got to come ready to play, and we're here to win.
The Avs are slightly favored to win the title, but they face a daunting task. The Lightning have won 11 consecutive playoff series and 2 straight Stanley Cups. Tampa is hoping they win a rare three-peat. No team has won 3 consecutive Stanley Cups since the New York Islanders did that in the 1980s. And it was a dark, cold, and gloomy day today here in Lloydminster. With more, here's Shelby Clark.
Thanks so much again there, Jace. Now taking another extended look at your weather forecast. We will be looking at different regions around the provinces here, and we will be starting off with our central zone for Alberta and Saskatchewan. And on the Alberta side, we are seeing those double digits, and we are even seeing slightly warmer than what we saw yesterday, although we are still looking quite gloomy. 19 over in Athabasca, while it's 18 in Edson, 19 as well over in Whitecourt, while the rest kind of cool down from there. 16 and 15 in Edmonton and Red Deer, and Rocky Mountain House and Jasper, both slightly cooler at 13 degrees. Switching now to our Saskatchewan side, they are seeing kind of the same temperatures as what we are seeing on the Alberta side, kind of matching with us. Most spots are just at that 14-degree point. As we go a little bit lower, Saskatoon is slightly cooler there, just at 13, and Melfort is at 17 degrees, while Cold Lake is still quite warm there at 18. Switching now over to our northern zone to check them out. They aren't doing too bad temperature-wise, especially on the Saskatchewan side. They have been continuing that warm streak for quite a while now as we go more into the summer season. Now most spots have slightly cooled down, but they definitely are even looking a little bit warmer than what we are seeing in the central area. Most spots are just reaching that 16-degree mark over on the Saskatchewan side. Flin Flon is just a degree right there in the middle there at 15. Wollaston Lake is at 14 degrees, and up at Stony Rapids and Uranium City, they are slightly warmer past that 20 point with 21 and 23 degrees. Switching now back to our Alberta side, they are seeing slightly warmer temperatures compared to the Saskatchewan side, just seeing past that 20-degree mark. Slave Lake is just a degree cooler there, while the west have passed it. Grand Prairie and Fort McMurray at 21 degrees, 22 in Peace River, and High Level and Fort Chipewyan are slightly warmer there at 24. Going over to our southern zone to kind of check them out now. They have warmed up slightly than what they have been seeing earlier on in the week for sure. Now they are kind of getting closer back to that 20-degree mark on the Alberta side. 17 degrees in Lethbridge, while it is 14 in most spots over on this end, and Calgary is there right in the middle there at 15 degrees. And switching now to our Saskatchewan side once again, they have cooled down slightly than what they were seeing earlier on. They were seeing past that 20-degree point, but now they're slightly cooled down. 15 degrees over in Yorkton and in Moose Jaw, 16 in Estevan, while Regina is probably the warmest there at 17, and Swift Current and Kindersley are slightly cooler there at 12 and 13 degrees. And now going back across the region to seeing what we will expect throughout our evening and throughout the night. We'll be pretty happy temperature-wise as we are still seeing those double digits continue on for our evening low temperatures. Seeing those plus temperatures is always a plus for us because we're so used to those very low minus marks for our evening lows. So I think we're pretty happy temperature-wise, but condition-wise, it's going to be pretty gloomy. We're going to be continuing that on for most spots across the region. Seeing those high chances of some showers continue on, and seeing still with some places seeing a risk of a thunderstorm. Most spots will be seeing between 10 to 12 degrees. Isle Cross and Pearson will be expecting to see a low of 13, and Bonnie will be seeing the lowest with a with a low of 14 degrees. And ending off with our 7-day forecast for here in the border city, we will be seeing that precipitation continue on for Thursday and Friday. Unfortunately, we will be seeing these wet conditions continue. So sorry, Jace. So sorry to tell you. Now he's sad. And now Saturday, we are seeing 24 as well, seeing another warm day for our weekend with a mixture of some sun and cloud. And we will be seeing those 20s continue on into next week. So don't worry, the summer season is slowly moving in here to the border city. That is our look at your weather forecast. Our Jace Mackey will have more news coming up after the break.
Rebecca Bambacco joins me today. She is from the Lloydminster Honda, and this Friday and Saturday, they're putting on an interesting event. It's a driver's ed event intended for young people in our community. Rebecca, thanks for being with us. First of all, can you just tell us a little bit about what people can expect from this event?
So Driver's Ed is an event that we are putting on. It's the first year that we've been doing this. It is going to be an interactive live event for participants, firsthand experience around the dangers of distracted and impaired driving. We are hoping to have the younger demographic in our community attend in hopes of mitigating some of the life-altering events that can happen in our community.
So this seems like it's a very valuable event, especially for, like you said, young people here in the community. Why is this something that Lloydminster Honda wanted to put on?
We're a very community-oriented business. You know, the majority of people that are here have been in Lloydminster or the surrounding area for a long time. It's important to us to be able to give back, and we have the means to share this important knowledge. So we want to take advantage of that and get it out to the community.
This event is going to be taking place on the 17th. It's taking place also on the 18th. Can you kind of give us a little bit of a rundown on what people can expect? What do the people need to prepare for? Kind of stuff like that?
We are starting on the 17th from 4 o'clock onwards. We know that students are usually in school until then, so we want to make it accessible for their schedule. And then, of course, all day Saturday, beginning from 9 a.m. onwards, all throughout the day. So when participants arrive at the event, we'll have a registration table where they can go and let them, there'll be paperwork for them to complete, just a waiver, that kind of thing. And then we will have 2 different courses set up, one for distracted driving, one for impaired driving. Our compliance officer will be on site to give a presentation. Following the presentation, the participants will be divided into the 2 groups to go through the 2. And following that, we actually have a race car on site for participants if they'd like to get their photo taken in it as well.
I also saw that there's going to be a car show that's taking place, I think, on the Saturday, right?
That was the plan. Unfortunately, we had a cancellation there, so we won't have any car show specifically on the Saturday, but we will have our end of season annual event in September of this year with the Enough Said car show.
And obviously, we're hoping to get some more people in the community to register to take part in this event, but how has the reaction been so far?
We've had a very positive reaction. I've reached out to nearly 30 schools within an hour of Lloydminster just to let them know about our event, that it's free, that we would love to have students and young drivers in their community attend. Everyone I've spoken to has definitely seen the value in it. They think it's a great thing to help keep our young drivers a bit safer here in our community. And we're really hoping for a strong turnout so we can make it an annual event.
That's awesome. It's great to hear that there's been some great impact so far. Just lastly, can we go through how people can register and anything else that people need to know about this event?
Sure. So we have our event listed on Facebook. You can just search for Driver's Ed presented by Lloydminster Honda. There's an online form you can do there. Or if you want to call into the dealership, we are set up here to take registration forms over the phone. If you want to pre-register to secure a spot, we have it set up for Friday evening, Saturday morning, or Saturday afternoon, just to kind of meet people's preferences and make sure we have space available. But of course, we do have on-site registration, so just come down whenever it's convenient, and we'll be sure to make sure we have participants or space available for participants.
All right, Rebecca. Well, I think that's everything. Thanks so much for a talk with me today.
Furniture set and design supplied by Furniture Gallery and Furniture House, downtown Lloydminster.
So first off, Eric, thank you so much for being a part of Primetime Local News today. Very excited to have you here. Now, you did play here in Lloyd last summer as a part of the Vic Juba for their outdoor concert summer series with your now former band, Kane Incognito. And you've taken this new path as a solo artist with your debut single, Memories Crawl, that just came out last week, which we're going to be talking about here in a couple of minutes. And you have this very inspiring musical journey. And now, although many people here in Lloyd may be familiar with you, for those who may not know you so well, tell us a bit more about yourself.
I guess, yeah, my name's Eric Kane, and I'm a singer-songwriter from Edmonton, Alberta. For the last 5 years, I've been pushing my musical paths with my band, Kane Incognito, but that has unfortunately come to an end. We've kind of just, over the pandemic, had our own truths to kind of speak, and we're all in good terms, but we're all kind of moving separate ways. And with that choice, I just full steam ahead with my solo project, Eric Kane. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. If you want to know more, dig deeper into the social medias.
Dig more into the social medias to find more about you, Eric Kane, and your history in music. Because yeah, you have an incredible musical journey. Now, how has your
Thank you.
journey? How has your journey been as a solo artist this far?
It's honestly been, I mean, it feels like it's been a couple years already in the making, just because of this, the pandemic and everything we've gone through. It allowed me to play a lot more by myself, or not allowed me, but forced me to play by myself. And with that being said, officially the last, I think, month, I would say, with the announcement, and within over the last, I guess, 2 days that my single has been out, it's been absolutely amazing. The feedback and the love and the support from the Kane Incognito community already that exists. It's been amazing. So I'd like to say thank you, anyone who's watching that has been a part of that so far. But yeah, to answer the question, it's been really good. It's been nerve-wracking. It's been surreal on many levels, but I'm holding my head high, and I'm confident some amazing things are going to come from it.
Definitely. And your song that just came out, Memories Crawl, I can't believe it's only been out for 2 days. It feels like it has been out for a lot longer because it sounds so timeless and gorgeous. And you said
Thank you.
that this song, this song means so much to you, written from a very vulnerable place that brings you on such a reminiscent journey of where your music started. And it means even more to you with the KI chapter ending and with Eric
Yeah.
Kane being a new beginning for you. And I was blown away when I first heard you play this song back in October. So when I heard it again on Spotify on Friday, I was like, wow, this song is still so beautiful. So tell us a bit about the song before people download it here.
Thank you. First of all, that literally almost brought me to tears hearing you say it. Like, it's very, it's a very heavy song for many reasons, both of those that you said, but it just hits me in the feels. And I wrote the song probably 4 years ago, 5 years ago almost, around the idea and the feeling that I'd get every time I'd go home to the acreage that I grew up on. And that home is out west of Edmonton, about an hour. And I spent 20 years plus of my life out there. I moved out when I was 18, but just, I guess, yeah, many years after I'd go back. And there was this one wall specifically that had this, it was just a collage of all the photos of us growing up as kids and just every memory that we could possibly have, really. And this wall would just trigger the reminiscent, nostalgic vibes that I tried to capture in the song, and I think I did just that. So that's what it's supposed to, just capture that reminiscent vibe. And yeah, I just actually finished a lyric video that I was going to post as soon as the song hit 1,000 streams. I think it has just hit 1,000, but I made this lyric video with all these, like, a collage of all the photos from my childhood, and it as well has brought me to tears multiple times. So it's quite incredible that it still has that effect on me, for sure.
And I think it's going to hit a lot of chords with a lot of people as well, because we do have those walls and those collages and those pictures on our walls and on our tops of our fireplaces and on shelves of our memories and of our moments and of our achievements and our failures. And it does become reminiscent for us. So I bet the writing process behind that song was quite heavy for you.
It was. And I mean, I would almost say the aftermath of it was almost heavier, like just the feelings now that I get listening to it, and especially when I put the pictures to the song in this the lyric video, it hits on a whole new level. So I'm excited for people to see it, and I hope the song triggers those good vibes and those good memories and the lessons learned, the scars, everything. It's quite beautiful. I'm proud of it, for sure.
Absolutely love that. Thank you so much for chatting today, Eric. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It was an absolute pleasure.
And off, we'll take another quick look at your 7-day forecast. We will be seeing that precipitation continue on for the next couple days, so get ready for some more showers. We're going to see some more wet conditions coming up, unfortunately, but don't bother getting your a car wash if you need one, because now weather's going to be doing that for you.
Then Saturday, we will be seeing 24 as well for the weekend with a mixture of sun and cloud. Seeing that warm conditions continue on through the end of the weekend into next week. And then we will be seeing a high possible chance of some more showers next Monday and Tuesday, and seeing a lot more sun next Wednesday.
Thanks so much for that, Shelby. Always looking on the bright side, hey? That's all the time we have for our first hour of Primetime Local News, though. Our second hour continues next.